Well, this release is a disaster.
This is fine.
Hi guys, Keep64 here, and today we're talking about the release problems for the new James Cameron Blu-ray 4K releases. Now, there's a few long-awaited James Cameron movies that have finally come to Blu-ray and 4K with True Lies and The Abyss. This is the first time coming to Blu-ray outside of a foreign True Lies release. The first time it coming to Blu-ray and 4K for The Abyss. You know, we also had Aliens come to 4K for the first time as well, but I'm mainly focusing on True Lies and The Abyss in this video. Now, I was hyped for these releases. I've wanted The Abyss and True Lies on Blu-ray for almost a decade. I've talked about it years ago on this channel. I think like 4 years ago I did a video talking about it. I talked about it more recently on my return to YouTube after being away for about 4 months. I talked about the releases coming out this month in March, and you know, Cameron movies being the biggest things I'm excited about. Probably the biggest things for me this year. So I went and pre-ordered these on Amazon once they went up. And I've always pre-ordered my stuff on Best Buy over the years, but with Best Buy cutting out their physical media this past quarter, you know, obviously they didn't have it up for pre-order, so I couldn't go through them for this. So I went and switched over to Amazon, and it's been frustrating to say the least. All these movies released on March 12th as of filming this. Has been almost a week, and I've not received either movie. And I'm not the only one. I know a few other people have received their movies, and the opinions on the transfers are a little mixed as far as the film grain and the quality of those transfers. But I'm not talking about that in this video. I'm mainly just talking about the delays and the apparent lack of printing of these titles. They obviously severely underprinted these movies, and that's what I'm going to talk about here in this video. And I'm coming with receipts here. So I pre-ordered The Abyss and True Lies on February 10th. Typically, when you pre-order something, you do so with the guarantee of receiving the product on or around the release date. That is the given. I'm pre-ordering this. I'm guaranteeing I'm going to get a copy. That's why you do that. I knew these would be hard to find when they came out, especially with physical media shrinking their presence in brick and mortar stores. I'm the kind of collector who likes finding stuff out in the wild. I like actually going to a brick and mortar store and picking up these releases on release day. However, I had a feeling that these were not going to make it to brick and mortar stores. So on release date, on March 12th, I went in to make sure my movies were on the way. I was checking my Amazon account. I was like, all right, these movies should be on the way. I should be getting them, you know, Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Thursday at the latest. That's what I was thinking. I have pre-ordered stuff from Amazon before, and for the most part, it's been pretty decent. I've gotten stuff within a couple days, right? But not more recently. I'm going to get into more of that in a minute. So I see that neither one of my copies, True Lies or The Abyss, neither one have shipped, and I see an approval needed for The Abyss. And for True Lies, it just says order received. So I'm like, this is kind of strange. These should already be in the mail on their way to me, but what is going on here?
What is going on here?
So I have to go in, and I see that The Abyss is delayed. It says I have to approve the delay or they're going to cancel my order. So I do so, and I still get no update on when I'm supposed to get it, when an estimated ship date is. It's basically just said something to the effect of, we'll email you when a date is available. So it's just basically just stuck on pending, essentially. Now, a few days later, the same thing happened with True Lies. So I have to go in and approve the delay, or they're going to cancel my order, and still no update on when I'm supposed to get either of these movies that I pre-ordered when the pre-orders first dropped back in the end of January, beginning of February time frame. I'm going to get into that here in a second once I pull it up. So both of these just show up as order received, and you can see on this there's something else that I pre-ordered as well, which was the Galaxy Quest documentary, and I pre-ordered that one, came out, never shipped to me. This was also released. This was actually released back in February, and I had to go in and approve the delay on my pre-order, and they still have not shipped it to me. Now, this released, I don't know, like 4 weeks ago, something like that, and I pre-ordered it a while before that. So this thing's still stuck on order received as well. So I have no idea if or when I'm going to get this, even though I pre-ordered it well ahead of the time when it was coming out. So Amazon sucks at pre-orders is basically what I'm getting at so far. Anyway, eventually today I get this update on when I'm supposed to get these movies. And what does it say? May 17th for The Abyss and May 20th for True Lies. Keep in mind, these released on March 12th. So I'm not supposed to get either of these movies till May, the end of May, mid-May at this point. That's insane when I've pre-ordered these as soon as they dropped. And it specifically guarantees that you're supposed to get this stuff on or around release day. And as you can see here, it also says both say they were previously expected on April 24th.
It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It's fiction.
That's fiction. That is not accurate at all. I was supposed to get them on March 12th when they released. That's how a pre-order works. That's what it states on their website when I pre-ordered it. If you use the Wayback Machine, pull this up, you take a look at it. It says right here, free delivery on March 13th or fastest delivery on March 12th, which is the release date for The Abyss. And it says that when you pre-order any of these things on Amazon, which is a lie.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Because obviously I didn't get it on release date. So even though this specifically said, hey, you're going to get this on release date if you pre-order it, I didn't get it. So I mean, I basically just got lied to, essentially. And obviously, on the Wayback Machine, it actually says that it was listed at $40 here, which it was when I initially pre-ordered it, but I knew the price was going to drop because Amazon basically price matches their pre-orders. So if the price drops prior to the release, they drop the price for you to what the lowest price is. So that really wasn't an issue. What is the issue is that I haven't gotten it. All right, I'm interrupting this video real quick just to give you an update because as I'm editing this video that I've already filmed, there was an update to these orders. So right now it says True Lies is now arriving March 26th. So that's better. I mean, and granted, I was supposed to get it March 12th, but hey, at least I'm getting it in the month that's actually released, assuming it actually ships. And this isn't just a lie. The Abyss still says it's arriving May 17th, so that's way out. Yeah, this is just all over the place. I've had a feeling this is just going to continue to change. I still no update on my Galaxy Quest documentary, though. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the video. I started poking around and hearing a lot of complaints about people not getting the movies who pre-ordered them. So I'm not in this boat alone. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this video, to share some of my frustrations here. And if you're one of those people who did not get their pre-orders, let you know that you're not alone. I've seen multiple people talking about it. If you go on to eBay, you see these 4K copies they're inflated prices for these because they know that they're apparently sold out. You can't get them anywhere. Every place says they're out of stock, and even people who pre-ordered them haven't gotten them, as I've been harping on here. So if you go on eBay and take a look at some of the sold copies here, we have True Lies selling for between $37 and $50. So, and then we also got a set of camera movies selling for $130. So yeah, this is high price stuff. This is double what it was when you pre-ordered. It's $25. So, and we also see The Abyss selling for between $39 and $65. So again, these are well above the $25 price point for if you pre-ordered these. So you're looking at double. Now, I personally never pay for these inflated prices for newer product. In many cases, they're scalpers. I mean, let's just say what it is. Now, I respect the hustle, but at the same time, it's frustrating that people who have these copies just bought them to resell them within days of getting them with the intent of just making extra money. I mean, again, I respect the hustle, but it's frustrating when other people pre-ordered it who want to keep it and put it on their shelf and actually want to enjoy the product, still haven't gotten it. Like, that's the frustrating part. Nothing against anybody, making a buck. As I said, I respect the hustle, and nothing against anybody who wants to pay the high price to get this stuff if they, don't want to wait till it comes back in stock or whatever the reason, that's their business. It's just frustrating for people who've pre-ordered these items and still haven't gotten them. And for my friends in the UK, I know you guys have been even having a worse go of it than this in regards to this release. But, I just wanted to do this video and let others know that you aren't alone in having these issues with this release. I think it's interesting to kind of look back and chronicle how some of these release roll out and how the successes when they happen and the failures when they happen. Again, this is nothing against these movies. I want these movies, obviously, and I have nothing bad to say about the transfers because I haven't seen them. But, it's just kind of frustrating is basically what I'm getting at. This is my first month back on YouTube after being away for 4 months. I actually wanted to talk about something more positive. But, when I sat down to try and catch up on some of the videos I wanted to do and things like that, I was like, you know what? I talk about physical media on this channel. I think this is important to talk about, to share out there that if you're also having these issues, you're not alone. And yeah, hopefully we can get back into more positive. prefer to talk about positive things, but you know, if something negative comes around, I'm going to talk about it as well, you know, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know in the comments below if you've gotten your copies, or if you're like in the boat as me, you didn't pre-order them, or maybe you just don't care about it. Although I feel like if you made it to the end of this video, you do care about these releases. So either way, I just want to thank everybody for sticking around on this video. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geek True 64, and I'll always tell you the truth.